My name is Audrey Bennet. I was born with a name that God gave me. I guess you could say I'm a real believer in God, in Jesus Christ at St. Matt. I have only one brother, and we were raised together. He was raised with my auntie, and then my grandparents took over when they moved to Port Edward for cannery work. So my grandparents took him, and I called my grandparents Mum. I never called her Granny. I only knew her as Mum. My grandfather taught me how to trap, how to hunt, how to fish. And my grandfather had me carry this net, and you had to try to sneak up on them and just throw it and catch them before they run away. And my grandmother was the one that taught me how to preserve foods like fish, seal meat, deer. Because she taught me a lot, how to sew, how to knit, how to crochet. My grandfather's strict on education. He always said, it's never too late to learn. You can learn, never give up. He said, you can do anything you want, as long as you set your mind to it. And that's the way I was raised. I'm not from here. I'm from Kitcatla. It's a beautiful place. We came here, there was only one row house, seven houses. It's not until I got here that I used to get taunting from school and from our neighbors that, go back where you came from. You're Indians. But where I was raised in Kitcatla, we never used that word. We were all the same. Like my son talks about it a lot, Webb. He didn't know anything, the difference between Indian and white. All he knew was on TV, that Indians killed the white people. And sooner or later you have to deal with this racism and learn we're all human. Like I learned in my church, our blood is the same, it's red. We're all the same blood, just different color skin. Girls can do whatever they want now. You don't have to be just a strict wife, nurse, or secretary. I did a lot. I worked in a cannery. I was a fish cleaner. And my last job was a Kitty Kazan teacher's aide. My mother had left us when my brother was 6 months old. And that whole time I found out after I was in my 40s that she was living in Prince Rupert the whole time. She never tried to get to know us. Never. I met my mom when I was in my 40s, and I didn't really talk to her. Never really tried to be open. Until I heard she was dying of cancer, is when I went down to see her, and I thought it's time. As I believe in God, and I believe in forgiveness, I went down to see her. First day I got off the ferry, and I said, I think I want to forgive you for hating you. She started crying, and she said, the reason why is a forced marriage after your dad died. So she died an unhappy life with the choices she made. Don't give up, forgive. Learn, get an education. Do as much as you can to learn. Graduate. Do whatever you want. You can be whatever you want. Don't say I can't do it. Just keep on. You can do it. Like my grandfather told me, nothing is impossible. So I really appreciate my grandparents for what they did for me. It was my grandparents that inspired me. And I miss them a lot. The only way I can say it, I was taught to never give up. Keep trying. Like my grandfather taught me, never give up. You can do anything you want. There's no such word as can't. That was his favorite phrase. My culture really taught me well.